Good afternoon. My name is Tumi Tladi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, I need to show something before we continue. In fact, no, let's do this. Oh, today it's second day of the week, Tuesday, the 17th of August 2021. Time is 13 minutes after 2 p.m. And we're gonna be doing the very last video on this series. I've started a series called version control. I don't know how many days ago or how many weeks ago. So we start with the video number 1, overview of version control. Other people, they call it source control, aka Git. And then please watch these videos. And then speaking of that, on my YouTube channel, you find a place called version control. Currently there are 20 videos. Just know that some of the videos I haven't yet uploaded them, but there are 20 videos. I think in total now they should be 23, because today we're about to do the last video called the CI and CD pipeline, particularly in Azure DevOps. Okay, so but before we talk about this, let me bring your attention to Visual Studio. So in Visual Studio, I'm still busy doing introducing V3 system on ASP.NET Web API. For now, I'm working on a .NET framework, and after this, I'm gonna go to .NET Core. So V3, it's because ASP.NET Web API, it's a versioned system. Well, this is according to me. So you see the folders V1, V2. Now I'm busy with the V3. And with that being said, it has gone amazing. It has been interesting. So I've just added the classes. As you can see, currently I'm on Web API branch. Now I have 19 outgoing commits or unpushed commits, but I'm not going to push them yet because what I did, I was working on the contract. Both the response and the request and the response for V1. I took them from V1 and some of them from V2, and now they are in V3, both the request and the response, including this API route V3 class. So now I'm done with the contract. The next thing I'm going to be doing is going to be not the controllers, not automapper, but validators. So I'm going to be doing validators for V3, taking from V1 and V2. This should be a day's job, so I'm going to be doing this in tomorrow for V3. And again, stay tuned for the next series after this one. It will start right after this one tomorrow, where I start a brand new mini series called ASP.NET Web API for both .NET Framework and .NET Core. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. So I'm going to start the very first video tomorrow. So I don't think we need Visual Studio right now. So I'm just going to close it so that we have some breathing space as far as my PCs goes. So version control, please take a look at that. But what I want to bring your attention to is that please watch this video. It's inside the playlist App Center. Please, I intend to do a lot of videos, for App Center, but I only did one video. It's a long video. Just know it's a long video. So please, this video, it's where I show briefly the topic of CI and CD, but I'll do it again. So we're done with this. Now what I want to do, let's do this. Firstly, I need GitHub, I need Azure DevOps, and then finally I need App Center.ms. Okay, so GitHub, as usual, we are authenticated, and I'm gonna focus on identical docs. Okay, because we're gonna be doing this in live. We're gonna be doing CI and CD live. This is the last video. This is the last video, but we're gonna be focusing on Azure DevOps. Okay, so we need this because there's a reason why. And then when it comes to Azure DevOps, we need to go back to identical docs, and here let's authenticate ourselves, sign in. While it loads that site, identical docs, let's go to repos. Let's give it a second to load, and then App Center, let's sign in. Okay, while it signs me in, I'm gonna go and check my pods because I'm still busy cooking, so there's gonna be a moment of silence. Just know that I need to turn the pork around, I'm frying some pork. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm cooking for my girlfriend while I'm making dinner already. So I'm almost done. Okay, I am back. So we're gonna be using which account? Let me use this account. I'm curious about this account. Okay, so now, so what do you see? When you look at GitHub, like I said, we're not gonna do Google what is CI/CD. We're not gonna do that, okay? And by the way, GitHub has its own CI/CD, which is actions. They call it GitHub Actions. I haven't done this. Maybe I will explore it at a later stage. I haven't done it. Yeah, maybe we should learn it. Set up this workflow. So you can deploy to Alibaba, Azure, Amazon, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, OpenShift, Kubernetes, Terraform. Yeah, I will probably do a research on this, So this is GitHub Actions. I've heard about it, but let's go back to the code and let's look at the branches. So we have two branches, master and solid. So I want to bring your attention to something. So currently master has 1,848, right? If we go to solid has 1,494. So basically it's a 379 behind master, and there's a reason why, and 25 commits ahead. Also there's a reason why. The reason why there's a 25 commits ahead because of the pull requests, the number of pull requests that have triggered for this branch. You see 25 pull requests were closed. This is for sole purpose of CI/CD, and we'll try to learn this. All of this is me learning, so I'm doing it live. All of this is me learning, okay, when it comes to this guy. So when it comes to branches, we only have one branch, which is master. But today what I want to do, I want to do the same thing, that I want to introduce solid. Okay, this is the purpose of this branch, solid. Solid mainly was for mobile application. When I knew that, the mobile application has this. We're talking about Xamarin, and by the way, after I kick off mini series on Web API tomorrow, after this it's gonna be a major series on Xamarin. You don't want to miss that one, okay? So I'm also gonna be making some changes, heavy changes, okay? And then what I'm gonna be doing is that after every single change, like after every single version that I get to introduce, then I know it's solid. After having to test it on my phone that it's good to go, then I rely on solid to do the work for us. So but for now, what I want to do, I just want to create that branch called solid this site. So it's going to be a new branch. Come on, solid. Yes, based on master. Okay, we're going to create it. So in Azure DevOps, it's going to be the same as master branch, right? So currently I'm on solid. So now we have two branches, master and solid. Okay, cool. 2 branches. We can also take a look at them here to say, let's see the number of the branches. There we go, master and solid. Okay, so let's go back. Now, when it comes to App Center, I do have access to identical docs. Okay, you see for iOS and Android. Like I said, I'm just doing the high level overview of how I set up CI and CD here. So let me go to Android. For Android, you can see with the build that we have already set up a CI and CD. This is a CI. There we go. So as you can see that it has access to Edward McFlurry identical docs. So we're about to do the same thing. So I've already configured this for both Android and iOS. So what I want to do is that I want to now go to this guy and we're about to set up a build. Should I go here or should I come to pipelines? Because this pipeline is CI, I believe this is CD. So let's click pipelines. Let's see what it has for us. They say I should create your first pipeline, automate your build and release process using our wizard and go from code to cloud hosted within minutes. So by the way, we should talk about what am I trying to do. I'm trying to point to, let's come back to App Center. If you go to CD, which is now continuous deployment, we are pointing to the Play Store, Google Play Store. This is pointing to Google Play Store. As we look at the stores configured, it's Google Play Store. There we go. Cool. So now let's see. Like I said, we are learning. So create a pipeline. And then they're asking, where is the code? I'm not gonna point to GitHub. I'm not gonna point to other Git, Subversion, no, Bitbucket, no. But I'm gonna point to Azure repos. So here they're using YAML. Here they're asking use the classic editor to create pipelines without YAML. This is gonna be interesting. Let's open this in a new tab. But I'm gonna go with this guy. So I believe we have connected, and then now we're about to select the repository. I'm curious about this option here. Okay, so they're asking that we should select a source. Okay, here it's identical docs, the repo, analyzing repo to suggest a compatible what? Okay, they found ASP.NET, they found .NET Core, they found desktop, which is WPF. They found UWP, but there's no UWP, so they are lying. Yes, they found iOS and Android. Okay. Start with a minimum pipeline that you can customize or build and deploy a code. What about this option? So now they're asking for default branch from manual and schedule builds. We're not going to do it from master, we want to do it from solid. And yes, the repo, go. Looking for better experience to configure your pipelines using YAML files. I don't like YAML. I don't know, like I don't really like YAML. Okay, let's go with this one of YAML. So it's gonna be Xamarin for Android. Review your pipeline. So this is the YAML. I never liked the YAML. It's fine, let's learn it. Add steps that test, assign, and distribute an app, save and build artifacts. To be honest, this is what I don't like, because I don't really understand this, like VM, macOS latest. Steps, NuGet tool, installer, NuGet command. Do you see now? This is the problem. I don't like this. No, let's go back here. we're not gonna use YAML, but we're gonna apply, because we need a template. Look at that. I was about to search for that one. So Xamarin, and there we go. So yes, I want to apply this one because I want you to see the difference. I don't like this because this is a very sensitive file with the syntax and everything. No, I don't want this. I want like the way it used to be before, like this. Perfect. So this is the name, identical docs Xamarin for Android. It's a CI, as you can see, CI, continuous integration. And then the pool, we're gonna read everything, we're gonna learn everything. But for now, give me a couple of seconds. I need to check my pods. Almost done. Okay, now it's left with a few, sorry about that, I really apologize. Now it's left with a few minutes, 1 or 2. Okay, so these are the tasks. This is how I remember this from watching the videos and also for in the articles. I don't like this, to be honest. I know it's a YAML, I don't like it. I don't even want to learn, to be honest. I'm just comfortable with this. As long as they don't remove this classic editor, I'm comfortable. So this is the task, right? And what is agent? Okay, by the way, this is the name, so let's not change the name. So agent pool, when you queue a build, it executes on agent from a selected pool. You can select a Microsoft hosted pool or a self-hosted pool that you manage. Now we're gonna use Azure pipelines by default. There we go. So it's a hosted one. Good. We're not gonna do anything. Pool information, manage. Probably it's gonna trigger a link. Agent specification. So it's gonna use VS 2017, Windows 2016. So let's see. Do we have the latest one? I don't want to change this to Windows 2019, to be honest. Let's leave it as a default. And then parameters. Solution to restore packages. Okay, I'll be selfish if I said I don't wanna. Do you see this? It says trigger should be a master, a branch name or prefix filter. So it's having to change this thing like manually that I don't like. Come on, do you even have assistant? This is useless. Doesn't matter. And then pool VM image macOS latest. Variables, build configuration is release, output directory. Yeah, no. Okay, so solution to restore packages. Yes, there's a solution. And then app file. So it's gonna generate this APK, whatever it is, APK. You can change this if you want to change it. Don't do it. Don't do anything. Because parameters, important settings that can be shared between your pipelines task and changed in one place. So this is a pipeline. Now let's go to sources. We already got into sources. They're asking about clean, tag sources, build status, or report build status. Okay, let's leave the rest. What is clean? You can perform different kinds of cleaning of the working directory for your private agent before the build is run now. Let's go to agent job 1. So we're gonna leave it as agent job 1, and then agent pool. When you query build, okay, so they say inherit from the pipeline, okay, from that one, so we're not gonna do anything. And then demands, what is demands now? Specify which capabilities the agent must have to run this pipeline. MS build, Xamarin.Android, JDK, I can add more if I want to. Execution plan, parallelism, none. Dependencies, none. Allow scripts to access the auth token, no. Run this job only when all previous jobs have succeeded. Even if the previous, no, this is perfect. Okay, and then use NuGet 4.41. Okay, task version. Why are they saying task version 0. star? I don't want to change this, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. This is the name, version of NuGet to install 4.41. Always download the latest machine version. Output variable, control options. Okay, and then the NuGet restore. These are the tasks, by the way, and task version. So they selected the ones, you know. NuGet restore. You can change this, by the way, it will change the name. Command is to restore. We can do pack, push, or custom. And then path to solution. Don't change this again. And then feeds to use, feeds I select here, or feeds in my NuGet.config. No, I don't have it. Feeds here, meaning from Microsoft. You can either select a feed from Azure Artifact and or NuGet.org here, or commit the NuGet config file to your source code repository and set its path here. We're not gonna do that. Use package from NuGet.org, yes. Output variable, controller options, advanced. Disable local cache, no. The disable parallel processing, no. Okay, and then it's gonna build the actual Android. So there's a task version. Like I said, we're not gonna change it. This is the name is on display, and then project is gonna look for this one. Target. Output directory is gonna go to build binary, build configuration. I think these are the the variables. We'll take a look at the build binary directory. Let's take a look at it right now. Do we have any? See, build configuration, it's release. System collection ID, I don't think this matters for security. And then what else? So these are pipeline variables. Okay. Okay, so we're back here. Okay, so binary directory, okay, it's a release. We know build configuration, the configuration is a release also. Output directory, okay, create app package. Look at it. Passes the target during build to generate an APK, yes. MS build, yes. MS build version, I believe this is the latest one. Architecture, I believe it's the best one. JDK, use the JDK here, and then JDK version, the default, and then these guys I believe are the same. Okay, now here's the thing, this one, So why is it like this? We need to ask the questions. So build a solution is being disabled. Who says should be disabled? Build with MS Build. To build the solution, but why does it say test? Oh, there's no test project, so it's been disabled. But then I want to remove it. But who says why should it, enable selected task, disable, remove, clone? Okay, let's remove because it's not gonna work, right? There we go. And then like this one, test with, we'll come back to this. Sign in. Wait, test with Visual Studio App Center. Why are they saying it's disabled? I want this one to be enabled. It's gonna take this guy. It's gonna go to Apps Center, prepare test. It talks about the build directory is required. Path to directory with. Oh, I see. Apinium test. What if I do Xamarin UI test? It still requires this guy. Oh no. Espresso. Calabash. It seems like some of these things I don't have access to them, so that's why I cannot. I can do this and this, but devices, oh no. So we're not gonna test with App Center. Maybe in future I might do this. Deploy. We should come to deploy it at a later stage. But let's sign and align the APK file. So version number. So this is what it says. And APK file. And it says it's signed. Let's see. Select this option to sign the APK file with private key store file. Unsigned APK can only run in an emulator. APKs must be signed to run on a device. So here's the thing about this guy. Zip align. Okay, so with the App Center, if we go back to the build, you would see if I go to solid, you see that we are signing this guy because there's actual key store. I do have this, but to be honest, I forgot these things. I don't want to lie. I forgot these things. Can't I generate another key store? How long is it gonna take for me to... I do have access to this guy, but I forgot. Let's do this. Because obviously I was thinking about this, but let's carry on. So we want to sign it. Okay, let's not do this right at the moment. So having to deploy, I want to see what do they need. This is disabled. We're not gonna sign it. What I want to do is, let's see, can we view this in the YAML? Look at the YAML. Android sign. Oh, this is only for this. Okay, I see. Oh, now do you see the problem? If I get to a task, a place for sign in, I won't even know what to do. That's why this, I'm gonna close this. At least this one shows view this specific task in YAML. Oh, okay. Now we're not gonna do this. I believe we are done. Variables. We need to talk about now the actual CI, which is the trigger. Here it is, enable continuous integration. So we're gonna enable this guy, and then batch changes while a build is in progress. I don't know what it means. Branch type include this one. Okay, do we want to schedule it? Build when another build completes. Yeah, and then options, let's see what we have. And then we have something like define the format to give meaningful names to completed builds, leave it blank to give build a unique integer, blah blah blah. Okay, the new build request is processing. Queue and start builds when eligible agent is available. Yes. Automatic link new work in this build. Yes. Everything from should be from solid. Yes. This should be interesting. Type of issue assigned to requester. Status badge. Oh, status badge, by the way, is this thing. This. And we need it. Let's see if we can do it. We need to see the status badge. I will need to get the link for it. Image URL for a specific branch, markdown link. See, that's what we need. And then okay, history. There's nothing, so I'm gonna hit save and queue. So we are queuing this build. Come on. Why should I save a comment? I don't want to save a comment. So we know the agent pool, specification, the branch, one variable, enable system diagnostic. Let's see. My first build live for YouTube viewers. That should be interesting. Save and run. So we need to wait for this thing to see the actual CI. So let's give it a second. So you see the agent job 1, it's being queued. Manual run by me. Repository, here it is. Version from the solid branch. This is the latest commit. Time started and elapsed just now. Related 0 work item, 1 consumed. Test and coverage. Get started. We haven't viewed 250 changes. What does it mean? We can cancel this if we want to. More options. We can add tags. We can edit the pipeline. View retention, releases, retain, delete this build. Because it's still busy. Look at this, it's running, and there we go. Official. I can click here because I've done this thing for ASP.NET, so I'm not an amateur. Oh, this thing is running fast because I want to go with it. There we go. I want something like this. Let it do its stuff. Oh, so initialize a job. It's done. Something failed. Yeah, something failed. This is very interesting. Something failed. And now it's finishing the job. So pre-job sign in align APK. It's good to go. Check out. Identical doc solid is good to go. Use NuGet, it's good to go NuGet, but the building failed. And it finished. So two things are failing. So let's see what's exactly failing. So line 145 error. Visual Studio 2017 Enterprise MS Build is a Marine Android Common. Could not determine API level 4 target framework version of v10.0. What does it mean? Like, what does it mean? So this is V. Okay, what else do we have? So this is the only time it failed. MS Build exceeded with code 1. Okay, so let's go back again. I mean, everything was running perfect from here. Have I done this in Azure DevOps? No. Like I said, I've only explored CI/CD for MVC applications. So, but this one is very strange. Version 10. What do they say here? Before we get there, okay, the solution. Then let's do this. Let's go to this guy manually. Let's go and do this manually because I can't afford to open Visual Studio right now. And I want to know the consequences of this. Remember, this is version control series, the last video. So let's be smart about this. Now we have one work item created. We set it. It should be created if it fails. And then the build, the pipeline, it's 0. Okay, but now I'm interested in the files. Let's look at the CS proj for Android. So we need mobile. We need to get inside Android. We need CS proj for this guy. So these are the content. So they said, and change Android to use latest platform SDK from true to false. How Jesus, where am I gonna find that? Is there a way I can search for this? In this file, not in this project. Jesus, that's not what I want. So we could not find it. Code search extension, so we cannot search without code search. So the question is, why then do we have that? Welcome to the world of being a programmer, trust me. Yes, install here. Proceed to the organization. So it's installed. Is that quick? Mobile, Android. We were here the CS Proj, and we're still gonna search this guy. Oh wow, so what was the point of me installing that thing? Useless. So this is Android. Let me just Android use latest. Here it is. Okay, we see it. So let's see. Why does it say false though? Oh, this is now it seems like we're about to learn more. Remember it mentioned version 10.0. So now it's fine. We can look at target framework version 10.0, and then the error says could not determine API level for this guy, right? And here they're suggesting that what you need to do, you open the file and change this guy from true to false, but it's false. From true to false and rebuild. But mine by default is false. Android usually tests platform SDK. That's it, right? Yes. So it's false. But remember, we covered the changes. We're talking about undoing changes, that everything's a change, right? Because I can't just modify this file. I can edit, but the thing is, it's false. It's not about capitalization from lower F to a capital F. No, because here we have true. See, false, true. So why is it that it doesn't want to build? That's my question. So it seems like this won't work from true to false. Wait, this guy, I think I know him, Brandon McNick. This guy, he's a developer at Microsoft Xamarin team. it seems like I'm gonna do part 2 tomorrow, where we're gonna tamper with this guy. Because I remember this guy, number 10, I think there's number 11 now. Because here that's saying true. I want to try this off true. See, this guy says they solved it by adding true. So let's try that also. So when I make this thing to be true. So let's see. So we are changing this to be true. Ah, there's IntelliSense in here. I did not know that. Peter. Apologies about that. There were some people looking for my neighbors, so this is gonna be interesting. So we just changed this guy from true, false to true, and then I'm gonna hit commit, updated branch name. I want to do something. Let's take it directly to master, and then we create a pull request. So 14 minutes ago there's an issue, it failed. I believe master it's lower. You see, create a pull request. We did cover pull request in our previous video. One of the previous videos. Where is it? Pull request. It's interesting that since I've typed master, it knows I can create a pull request. Okay, so updated this guy and changing this guy for sake of CI in Azure DevOps. I'm not gonna do the dates and everything, but we should do that. Should we do the date? Nah, I don't think it's necessary. So we're gonna create a pull request for this one. Yes, we're gonna do this guy changing this for sake of CI in Azure DevOps. Okay, and then we're gonna hit commit. So we're gonna create that pull request. And then we have now a new pull request, and this is very interesting. Okay, so but I don't want to do the title to be long. I just want to do this. That's gonna be the title, description. We need this guy to be bold. Where is bold? And then the work item linked to it. Here it is. And then yes, we're gonna create it. So the file changed. So this is the file that was changed. We changed from this guy to this guy, and then it created a commit. So this is a commit, and then So let's create it. So let's pull request number 1. Welcome to a new pull request experience. Okay, thank you. This one's interesting. It looks nice. No mesh conflicts. It's active. On here it shows that it's open. See, open, close. This one's active. There's a description. Show everything. Like everything. All comments, what's new, my comments, replies, active comments. This one's amazing. So wait, what's happening here? This is number 1, right? By me. Master into solid, yes, that's what we want. And we can approve with suggestions, wait for author, reject. We can complete a pull request, abandon, share pull request, save all comments, disable live updates, follow. This is Microsoft. These people are chaotic. They're chaotic in a way that they are very interesting. I just clicked approved. Okay, it's approved. Approve the pull request. Oh, joined as a reviewer. Interesting. And then we just need to do what? Hit complete. Mesh type, merge, no fast forward. Squash commit. Rebase, hi. Customize mesh commit message. Complete associated work items after merging. And now it's completed. There's something else I want to show. Let me show you the pipelines, because this build is there's another build that's been triggered because we did CI. I don't know if you remember that. There we go. You see just now. There's another one which is number 2. And if we get inside, because we did enable that continuous integration. See, this one failed. This one continues. So now this is the power of CI and CD. Oh, I'm enjoying this. So let's see the tasks. We are familiar with the screen. So it's on checkout, NuGet restore, and then we're gonna get to build. Let's see if that change actually worked or not. Now the issue with version control world is that every change that you make, you need to create a commit. Every change that you make. That's why it's so important to keep track of what's happening. Imagine if I went to Visual Studio when this thing wasn't tracked. Besides, this doesn't work without version control. That's why version control is part of CI and CD. CI and CD is part of version control. It won't work without version control, CI and CD. So that's what I'm trying to say, that imagine if your system or your project wasn't tracked by version control, and you want to do something drastic and you don't know why you made the change. Like I just made a change on a critical CS project, which is for Android. Just imagine. Because on App Center it works. From GitHub to App Center it works. So let's see this one exactly what it does. So let's give it a couple of seconds. I used to study these logs. For example, okay, this is the entire description, and then system. Oh boy. NuGet failed. NuGet failed. And then why would NuGet fail now? NuGet restore, why did it fail? See, This is funny. Oh, this is absolutely funny. Is this the only one? Yeah. And also I love this new feature that when you click, you see I'm on line 2767. It just takes me right straight to the error. I disappear. Net 5. $12.02 support. These people are lying. This one doesn't make sense. I suppose that publisher defects, it will fail because we don't have anything. No, but why would this one complete and then see it completed? I'm gonna go to that line 2000 something. No, it's crazy. 2007, 67. $2,067, 2667, 2667, 2767, right? Yes, 2767. That's crazy. I want to see something. 2767. There we go. Although it's something that's different, but then that one was installed, so why did it fail? Okay, no, this one is crazy. So what I'm gonna do, how do I close? Let's go back. We'll do the third one. This is crazy. These are the errors. Oh, this is nice. Rerun failed jobs. I'm coming to you. Nah, it's crazy. Rerun failed jobs. Yes. No, it's crazy. It created another work item. Like I said, we are still learning, so let's learn together. Or should I stop talking? Maybe it will do its thing. I don't know. Now again, we are on that NuGet restore task, and the line it's 2767. But why the build number 1 it failed and the build number 2 it does this? Because I only changed one line of code. Literally, we saw in the pull request. And I'm glad that some of these things that are coming together based on what we did, like writing a commit, working with the branches. I love it. To be honest, I really love it. We did cover master branch. We covered the branches, project to branch, commit messages, measuring the changes, locals versus remotes, fresh, pull and push, conflicts, although we don't see any conflicts, and then pull requires a heavy critical one, and then get history with the get dev, get blame, particularly get command, So I think this is my last attempt as we continue to read here. Okay, thank you for that. This one, what did you do? No solutions. I'll come back to this. OneDrive, I want to use OneDrive. It's fine. We'll do this some other time. I don't know when. Okay, the pull request, we are done with it. So it still does this. Look at it now. Now it's entity framework call. Do you see this? This is not something that I can just research, and particularly on this line again. Why? So this cannot be an issue with my PC. I am disagreeing. So what I want to do, I want to trigger another new build. Not this one, brand new. So it's gonna be the third one. How do I know? So this is gonna be the third one. So this number will increment to be a third one. So let's see. Enable system diagnostic. Yes, we are running from this branch. So now we are running the third one. There we go. I told you the third one. So let's see. And this will be the last one. From there, we'll do this some other time. Because it wasn't about this Newton soft. Now it's entity framework. This is how you get to know that it's full of itself, you know. So I believe this, we're talking about the servers on Microsoft Cloud, or in Microsoft Cloud. See, my English now wants to run out of airtime. It's crazy. But the point is, the issue is not from my side. You know what? I should have reran this build, the very first one, and not change anything. We should learn to do that, because the build, the CI build, it doesn't affect the commit. It doesn't. But you just want to do comparison, that is the issue on my side or is the issue from Microsoft's side. Okay, if it doesn't work, we're gonna stop it. Probably I'll come back and do a follow-up video. But I hope you found this video interesting. Like, we're doing things live. These are the stuff that I expected to happen. You know, some of the things are passing, which is great. Now we know. Yeah. But you should know that if I go for absent and build it, I need to disable the flag from true to false, like it was, because it's working. I never tampered with it. And this is going to be very interesting. When I do a follow-up, we're going to look at that CS Proj for Android. This is when a Git history comes in, that have we ever tampered with it before? Did we ever tamper with it before? And then we're about to find out from there. But from now, I just need to shut down this session. I enjoyed this series. I learned a lot as I'm still learning, you know, learned a lot. So now we are 1 minute and 45, still failed. Still entity framework call. Okay, so nah, we'll do this some other time. With that being said, thank you very much. I've learned a lot. I think a couple of things I want to do is that let's go and look at pull requests and also mine. So we don't have any active. We have the ones that are completed, which is interesting. I've learned that. We don't have anything that's abandoned. But what I'm interested in is in this this work item, or bots. They call it bots. And to do, see, it failed. And then I need to take a look at this to study what they mean. For example, this one is a to-do because it failed. Area iteration sprint 1. So this guy failed. This is issue number 4. The recent build failed. Okay, so these are the details. So it shows where. History. I've always wanted to do this, you know. It's a bit chaotic thing, but Microsoft is using its own bots and other people are using bots. something interesting. We'll probably do another follow-up video on this. With that being said, thank you very much. Thank you for choosing this YouTube channel to be a choice for, you know, the goodies for programming. With that being said,